I didn't really mention about sketches, but I hope that you enjoy sketching in your journals too. You don't have to be good, okay? You don't have to be good. One of the things that I love to do, and I would never classify myself as a great artist, but in my, in this little book, I love sketching and creating these little relatives. These are inspired from a class I did with Carla Sondheim. This is kind of my rendition of what she did. I love creating those. I call them relatives or my family, and I love doing them enough that I often do them like this, and then I will cut them out and add them into my journal. And this one I called Mama and Her Boys. So you can do little sketches. This is done with watercolor and pens. So don't neglect doing your own sketches and incorporating those in your journal. So I wanted to show you those real quickly. Okay, let me give you some quick looks at some other ideas. Okay, this is an idea, a way to use ephemera. So this actually came from a safety deposit box. This is what the keys came in, so I just stuck that in there. This is from one of the classes at HowToGetCreative.com. This is actually from one of the VIP classes. So I will often commemorate, you know, as a kind of a documented life sort of thing by using those bits and pieces. This is that same technique I talked about earlier, which I probably can't put my hand back on the piece of paper now, but where I take pictures of things and then put them in a Word document like this, size them down and print them out, and that is exactly where this came from. Okay, it's exactly where that came from. All right, so there's that. So these are more pictures that I printed out just on copy paper. These are sketches. So more sketches. These were things I did on the airplane when I was flying someplace. This is a mandala. This was from a coffee sleeve. Okay, so this is from a coffee sleeve that I just peeled apart and stuck it in here. This is a mandala that I drew. I drew it on the page first, and then I wrote right on top of it. This is from the Mandala Madness Inspiration deck. So that's one of the words. That's the quote. Same thing. Here is one of the mandalas. Here's little pieces of the mandala. There's one of the words. Sometimes oh, and here's another little bits. This is all kinds of little bits from every bit of this is from the Mandala Madness Inspiration Cards deck. I just took little things I had left over and stuck them in there. So here is an example of word art that I was talking about. So I'm just playing with different styles of lettering. This is a Post-it note. Okay, this is a Post-it note back here. And so I can still read what I was doing and that I'd scratched off, but I just glued it in my journal and then put a flower on top of it. More word art. One of the punches. One of those punches that I then made a mandala out of. Pictures. This is from a class. Let's see. Okay, there's washi tape, stamped images, stamped image. This is from those, from the back of the Breathe magazine, so I cut out bits and pieces of that. More word art. more word art. Again, more images that I printed out and stuck in the journal. So these are from this was actually from a stream. This was from a VIP class. More mandala. This is a mandala that I drew based on this stencil. So I started with this stencil and then then embellished it. Quote that I glued in, and that's that. Okay, so there's a few ideas for you. This is from the Mandala Madness Inspiration deck. This is using that balloon punch, and this is from the cards deck. And let's see what else we have here. More word art. This is using bits and pieces from the cards deck. This is literally bits and pieces. And then I just made a mandala out of it. It's a wonky one, but nevertheless. Okay, tape. So this is some of that washi tape. So is that. More word art, just playing with letter styles. More commercial washi tape. This is some of the stickers, those planner stickers, word art, washi tapes, sticker, more tape. This is a piece of ephemera, word art, more tape. Sometimes I draw little tiny mandalas, which is what I did there. Word art. This was something I wanted to remember. This was when I passed 20,000 subscribers, so I printed that, took a screenshot, printed it out, and then put the date on it and stuck it in my journal. So I like to add notes like that. Here's more ephemera, photos, and that's it for that one. And then one more journal to show you a little bit in. More mandalas. A mandala that I drew. These are just freeform mandalas. Sometimes this is one of those little journaling, whatever they called it. I can't remember now. These were bits of Post-it notes. Photos that I printed. Ephemera that I kept. Photos. These were photos from a class in the website. The most recent class. Stickers. These were screenshots right here. These were screenshots from Mary Dell Abrams, the Marriottier. She's playing with my image and drawing it different ways, and so I screenshot that and put it in my journal. And more screenshots. This was something I saw on Instagram, so I screenshot those and then printed them out. This is some of the word art, okay? So this is some of those words that I printed out, and this one is on deli wrap, this one is on the text paper, and this is a piece of washi tape. This one is where I took a bunch of stuff and put it together. So this was on the Tim Holtz tissue paper that I stamped, and then I colored it with gelato. These are some of the paper dolls from Tim Holtz. This was one of the botanicals. So I just created this little collage, put a piece of washi tape under it. This is my fabric that I turned into tape, and I put at the top and the bottom. So fabric made into tape. And I think that is pretty much it. But I enjoy having these little journaling booklets, and I have stuck a few of those in here just so that I have them ready to add things to. So I've got a couple of those somewhere in here. But anyway, okay. So that shows you some of the practical applications, and that I'm not just giving you a bunch of ideas. I'm actually showing you how to do that. So just really if you'll indulge me one more minute, I want to invite you to come over and check out HowToGetCreative.com. I know I've talked about it a little bit as we've gone through this video, which is much longer than I intended for it to be. So thank you again for hanging in there with me. If you enjoy what I do, I hope you will subscribe to the channel here. I do stream the first Friday of every month at 2 p.m. Eastern, so you're all invited to check me out. Come hang out with us, and I'd love to chat with you. Over at the website, it is a membership website. I just wanted to give you a little flavor of what's there, because if you've never been there and you never checked it out, you don't know. We have different categories of classes, and I want to just let you know what's there as of the recording of this video. In the art journaling category, we have 24 classes, including an entire art journaling series that's ongoing. So it's an ongoing series. There's no end to that at this point. We have art supplies classes. There's 17 of those. There's different kinds of book making classes, book binding of different kinds. There's 12 classes there. We have carving, and that's what we have right now is sweet potato carving and painting, which is a lot of fun. There's 2 classes about that. Doll making, 4 classes. And most of these classes, I started out with them being 45 minutes to an hour. Most of them are much longer than that now. So yeah, because I can't seem to squish it down. In the fabric category, we have 15 classes. In the flower category, we have 4 classes. Notions Know-How, there are 4 classes. In the paper category, we have 14 classes. Sewing by hand, 5 classes. Needle felting, 3 classes. Sewing machine techniques, there's 17 classes. Then we have a variety of smaller videos that I call tips and tricks videos. Some of them are just little teeny short things, and some of them stretch into 30-45 minutes. And those are called tips and tricks videos. There's 33 of those. And then we have the VIP classes for people who choose to pay for the whole year at one time. And there's 38 classes. That group gets a private class every month, along with a live show and share session. So there's 38 of those available there. Then we have the 2 full-length courses I mentioned, Mining Your Muse and Mandala Madness. Our mini course, which comes with the Mandala Madness inspiration cards. And then we have we have seasons of classes. So the seasons of classes, like season 1, season 2, season 3, we're in the 5th season of classes right now. So those are all broken out into their seasons, as well as you'll find them in their respective category. So it's easy to get yourself around in the website, super easy. All of the regular season classes include tutorials or full written instructions that are color instructions. They're like, if you print them all out, you're going to have several binders full of things that you can look at. You don't even have to watch the video, because the pictures come straight from the video. So once you watch the video, once you've got those instructions, it's a great way to go back and just refer back to, oh, how'd she do that? You know, the truth is I go back and refer to my own written tutorials, because I've done a lot, so it's hard to remember it all. And then there is a gift shop there at HowToGetCreative.com. You can look under the gift shop tab, and that shows you all of the physical products that we have available. So with that, as if that weren't enough, we're going to wrap it up for today. So thank you again for chatting with me and spending your valuable time to me. I appreciate that. So come over and check us out at HowToGetCreative.com. Hey, you might as well just join the membership, because there's a lot of stuff there that I know you're going to want to take advantage of. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Remember to get creative today, because you know it's easy. I'm Barb Owen. I'll see you again soon.